The first It trailer came out about a week ago, and I haven't had a chance to break this thing down for you guys because life here has been crazy. We had a major plumbing disaster back in December, and we've been trying to recover since then, and we finally got to the point where we were just like, let's just rip it out and redo our kitchen. So we've been doing that for the past month, and then just about a week ago, I took cinema to get spayed. So things have been a little crazy around here, but it's starting to get back to somewhat normalcy. We're not done by any means, but it's getting there. But I'm going to break this thing down for you guys, let you know what I found, what I thought, maybe some theories in there. And there's the potential for spoilers because I will be talking about the Tim Curry version of It because I saw that one about 20 or so years ago. So I will be comparing it a little bit, and yeah, let's get started. The trailer starts out pretty much how the movie's going to start out, with Bill giving his little brother Georgie the paper boat that he makes for him. And it's raining, and Georgie wears that typical yellow raincoat, takes it outside, puts it in the drain in the street, and he's running along, you know, and when he's running alongside the boat, he hits his head on that construction thing. I thought it was going to be more of a humor-filled movie. I was like, what? It's just, the thud just makes it so much more enjoyable. But the boat eventually just falls into the sewer drain, and Georgie is really upset about it. And Pennywise pops out of the darkness, and then we cut. And in the Tim Curry version, that scene always scared the crap out of me. I was always scared of sewer drains because of it. So it's nice to see that we're going to have a new generation of kids be scared of sewer drains. Afterward, we get this shot of the kids riding their bikes. It has a Stranger Things vibe to it because the guys, the Duffer Brothers, who made Stranger Things, wanted to direct It, but they were turned down because they weren't experienced enough, so they went on to make Stranger Things. So that's why it has a very similar feel, because it's like, well, you know, we'll make our own thing because we got turned down from this. That's why. We also get a shot of who I assume are the bullies. I've never read the book. I've only seen the Tim Curry version, so I'm going off of my knowledge and memory of that. So if I remember correctly, there are bullies that kind of mess with the kids who are haunted by Pennywise. And yeah, this looks like them. We also get this shot of a police curfew sign, and I'm assuming that's because of what happens to Georgie at the beginning of the film. And then we get this missing poster as the kids talk about how people going missing in Derry is 6 times more than the average city. Then we get a shot of the library with a balloon, and this scene is probably going to be really creepy. I mean, a lot of these scenes are going to be really creepy, but the balloon scenes were always really creepy to me because I didn't know how they did it, and you didn't really know where it was. You know, you just see the balloons, it's like, is he actually like holding the balloon and you just can't see him and all you see is the balloon? But if I remember correctly, only the kid that turns around, he can see the balloons. No one else can. You know, they're probably going to be popping and the blood's going to be spraying all over the people, but they don't see or feel that. And that always like creeped me out. And then we get them looking through the sewers, which is going to take place probably closer to the end of the film. But then we get the shot of the kids. They're stopped. They're just standing in the middle of the street on their bikes. It's not safe, kids. Get out of the street. We get them talking about a clown. They've all seen a clown, Pennywise. And yes, this is Michael from Stranger Things. I don't really remember a house being in the original, like a creepy abandoned house. I may be completely wrong. I remember them going to like this sewage facility type of thing, but I don't remember a house being in it. But the music at that part in the trailer, so scary. Like, it sends shivers up my spine every time I hear it. So they're looking at this projector and they get this image of the sewer system for Derry. I don't understand where they get that slide, but you know, it's cool because they're like, that's where it lives. And it's kind of like them planning their attack. And then we get this shot of the kid using his inhaler, which, you know, they're sticking close to the original source as far as I know, with the Tim Curry one at least. And there was a kid who had asthma, and his scene in the shower when Pennywise comes out through the drain was probably the scariest scene to me. I hated taking showers. I would always like watch the shower drain really closely just to make sure that there wasn't a clown hand coming out of there. And so it's nice that we're gonna have another generation scared to take showers. The rest of this projector scene is like so intense. The music is extremely creepy. The fact that the projector's going really rapid fire is kind of creepy. And then you start to see in a picture Pennywise the clown's face being covered by, I assume, the mom's hair. I don't remember whose picture this is, but there's a mother in the picture and her hair is being blown in the wind, and then it's starting to uncover it and it's like Pennywise's face. So well done. This shot is very interesting to me because not only do we see Pennywise's hand and he's got like claws coming out of his gloves, which is creepy, but we also see in the back, I think it's Bill, that's basically like trying to get the kids like, don't look at him, don't give in to him, because he, if I remember correctly, Pennywise or it feeds on fear. So he basically just projects himself as what you're afraid of. And this kid, I don't know if this is zombies or just people being burned alive, but it's pretty intense. And then afterward we get this shot of blood flowing out of a sink. And that was another scene that scared the crap out of me. When, I forget the girl's name, Beverly I think it was, she's in the bathroom and suddenly this balloon comes out of the sink drain and bursts and blood goes everywhere. And the dad comes in and checks it out and he sees nothing, but there's blood everywhere in her eyes. And again, that always scared me because it's like, your parents can't see this. They can't help. You have to deal with this yourself. That was always scary to me. Like, I can't call for help because nobody's gonna know. If I start seeing a clown, nobody else is gonna see him. Oh, and this shot, whew. I love that they're not really showing his face, they're showing parts of it. And it's very teasy of them to do, and I love it. And this shot of Georgie telling Bill to come with him because he'll float too. Oh, the acting in that scene is just so well done. That kid getting like faster and faster with "you'll float too" and then screaming it. But then you get this shot of Pennywise just slowly coming out of the water. So creepy. So creepy. And it's nice that we're going to have a new generation that's afraid of flooded basements. So Bill Skarsgard is playing Pennywise, it. I think he's got the look. He looks extremely creepy, really scary, and his movement just really looks demonic. And I love that he's pulling that off. But the one thing is, we haven't heard him yet. I would like to hear what he sounds like as well, because when I think of it, all I can hear is Tim Curry. I would like to have his voice in mind before I go see the movie, just in case it's really bad, so I can get over it before I see the movie. This is definitely a movie that I'll be seeing either by myself or a friend or my brother or family member or something, because Karen has pretty much coulrophobia. She definitely is afraid of clowns. And we live in Michigan and really close to where we had a clown sighting back in October, so that was kind of traumatic for her. So we won't be going to see this movie together and we won't be reviewing it. I will be, hopefully. But I'm excited for this movie, guys. It looks really creepy. I want to see, I want to hear his voice. And I want to see some more of him, but I also don't want it to be ruined. You know, I don't want the trailer to ruin his performance. And I want a lot of things to be kept secret. One thing to note though, is that we only have seen stuff with the kids. If you know anything about It, the book, the tiny miniseries with Tim Curry, it's two parts. There's the part with the kids, and then the part where they're all grown up. We've only seen the kids stuff. So that makes me think that we're going to get a two-parter again, which is perfectly fine by me, but again, we're going to have to wait probably a year or two to see the second part, which is kind of sucky because if I remember correctly, the Tim Curry one came out like at the same time. It was a two-parter, but they came out together. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait to see the sequel, probably. I don't know what they're gonna call it. It Returns, It 2. I hope they don't call it It 2, but you know, It Returns kind of sounds creepy, but maybe just It, 27 years later. Who knows, but I'm excited for this movie, guys. It looks really creepy. This trailer does a great job at selling this movie. It teases Pennywise. If you pause it at the right moment, at that last projector flash, you actually get to see his face. And yes, we've already seen his face in the promotional images, so I don't really get why they're hiding his face. It's kind of like what they did with the Power Rangers. They released all these pictures and posters of the Power Rangers in their suits, but they hid them in the trailers. It's like, well, if you're going to show us in one form, why not just show us in the other? Because we already know what they look like. So we already know what Pennywise looks like. So why not just show him in the trailer all the way? Whatever, it's fine. I'm still excited for this movie. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that bell icon so you can be notified when we upload new content, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.